And good day, and this is Dr. Wade Burbank in Vancouver, Washington, talking today about the neck anatomy or the cervical spine. Let's rotate the video here. This shows the back, the side, and the front of the cervical spine. If we go to the next picture with the next layer of tissues. It adds the neck is above the shoulder blades. This shows the rib cage. And here we see some ligaments that are added to the neck. The back portion, the front portion. And also the discs have been introduced. This back big ligament is called the nuchal ligament, attaches to the base of the skull, which is this bone right at the top of the screen. Here are the smaller muscles of the spine. Lots of deep, smaller muscles. Ones at the base of the skull, right at the top of the screen. And these smaller ones down below, these little muscles actually do little in actually moving the vertebrae. Those are the jobs of the big muscles. But what they actually do is they're sensors. They have lots of nervous tissue in them, and when the muscle is stretched or bends, that motion is detected by these muscles, and they send signals to the brain, telling the brain where the muscles are, where the vertebrae are located, and whether they're moving properly. So that they're like motion sensors. Go to the next one here. Again, deeper muscles of the neck, multifidus muscles actually. Other structures. The artist is only putting the muscles on one side of the body, except for the deep muscles. The deep muscles are on both sides, but they're only showing one side to make comparison. They're also showing muscles that are affected, that are situated actually in between the ribs. Here's a rib here, and in between the ribs, they're called intercostal muscles, or muscles that are between the ribs. Let's rotate this video now. On the front side, we can see that there's actually also deep muscles in the front of the neck too. Like this muscle right here. This is called the longus colli muscle. More deep muscles. And they're getting more superficial. Big thick muscles in the back of the neck that do a lot of the work in moving the neck and stabilizing the spine. This is called the semispinous capitis muscle. And this is the splenius capitis muscle. So again, you can see how the muscles are in different layers. It seems that the more superficial the muscles get, the more closer to the skin these muscles get, the bigger they get. Let's rotate that. Also, look at these muscles here. These are called the scalene muscles. Now the scalene muscles come from the side of the neck and go to the upper ribs of the rib cage, and are very close to a lot of nerve and blood vessels that come from the heart or from the spinal cord inside the spine. And these muscles can actually pinch those nerves or pinch the blood vessels and cause a condition called thoracic outlet syndrome, where you get a lot of pain, tingling, and numbness and cold sensations into your hands because of pinching up here in the neck. Let's rotate that again. Here's some more deeper muscles. Levator scapula goes from the neck, and also another muscle that's very commonly injured in whiplash injuries, or just a lot of stress causes this muscle to stiffen up. Often people have knots in the tops of their shoulder blades, and it's actually this muscle that's tightening up. Rotate that. A lot of headache can be caused by tension in these muscles. Here's that the levator scapula muscle. It attaches to the corner of the shoulder blade. So often people have pain right at the attachment point where it's pulling too hard because of the tension in the muscle, from being in spasm, being under a lot of stress. Here's the trapezius muscle, very large muscle, goes from the shoulder to the neck and all the way down to the middle back. Here are some nerves and blood vessels that are associated. Blood vessels, very tiny blood vessels in the spine to drain the blood, and arteries to bring new blood to the area. These little yellow structures are the nerves that come out of the spinal cord and actually come through the muscle. And that's why sometimes muscle tension can cause pain, because it's pinching these small delicate nerves that are coming through the muscle to supply sensation to the skin. Let's skip that portion. Here is how the major arteries are linked and associated with the vertebra. You can see in here that there's small, tiny little arteries that are actually inside the spinal canal. The artist has actually cut away a portion of the back part of the vertebra to give that appearance. Here are the major veins associated with the spine. It seems that there's a lot more veins than there are arteries. The veins drain the blood away from the structures to take the blood back to the heart. Here are the nerves, the spinal cord, and also the spinal nerves that branch off the spinal cord. The vertebrae are designed to protect the spinal cord. So here are the nerves again. There are lots and lots of different nerves. All these nerves go to the skin, to the muscles, and to the bones to supply sensation of pain, of heat, of touch on the skin, and so forth. And here, the last picture is how they're all intertwined. The yellow ones, again, are the nerves. The red ones are the arteries, and the blue ones are the veins. More rotation. And this concludes our anatomy, 3D anatomy of the neck. And again, this is Dr. Burbank in Vancouver, Washington. Hoping you have a good day, and thanks for watching. Bye now.